Hey food lovers, just look at this beauty, a perfectly crispy garlic butter smash burger with that irresistible melted cheese pull and golden edges that make your mouth water instantly. This is the burger that'll change your dinner game forever, packed with juicy flavor in every bite. Welcome to today's recipe for the best crispy garlic butter smash burgers. They're quick, easy, and impressively delicious, ready in just 25 minutes for a comforting meal that feels like a restaurant treat at home. What makes this special is the smash technique that creates those crave-worthy crispy edges while locking in juices, plus the aromatic garlic butter that takes it over the top. For this recipe, you'll need 1 pound, 450 grams of ground beef that's 80% lean for the perfect balance of fat and flavor, for hamburger buns to hold it all, for tablespoons, 60 grams of unsalted butter for that rich garlic infusion, for cloves of garlic minced for a punchy aroma, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder for extra depth, for slices of cheddar cheese that melts beautifully, 1 tablespoon of olive oil for searing, and optional toppings like lettuce, tomato, and onions. This serves 4 people, so gather your ingredients and let's get smashing. First, let's start with the prep work to make everything smooth and efficient. Begin by dividing the 1 pound, 450 grams of ground beef into 4 equal portions, about 4 ounces each, and gently shape them into loose balls without overworking the meat to keep it tender. While that's happening, mince your 4 cloves of garlic until they're finely chopped, releasing that fresh, pungent aroma that fills the kitchen. In a small bowl, mix the 4 tablespoons, 60 grams, of softened unsalted butter with the minced garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, stirring until it forms a fragrant, creamy paste that you'll dream about. Measure out the remaining seasonings, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder to sprinkle on later for a subtle savory kick. Now, prepare your workstation with the hamburger buns nearby and any optional toppings sliced thinly. The crisp lettuce and juicy tomato add a refreshing crunch that contrasts the rich burger. This step sets the stage for flavors that build beautifully as we cook. Now, heat a large cast iron skillet over medium-high heat, about 400 degrees Fahrenheit 200 degrees Celsius, and add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You'll know it's ready when the oil shimmers and starts to smoke lightly, signaling it's hot enough for that perfect sear. Place the beef balls onto the skillet, one at a time, and immediately smash them flat with a spatula to about a 1/4 inch thick, pressing for 10 seconds to create those crispy edges. Listen for the sizzle as the meat hits the heat and starts to caramelize. Cook for 2 to 3 minutes per side until a golden crust forms, flipping once you see the edges browning and the meat releasing its juices, which should take about 2 minutes on the first side. Keep an eye on the temperature to avoid overcooking. Aim for an internal temp of 160 degrees Fahrenheit 71 degrees Celsius for safety. As it cooks, the garlic aroma from your butter mix will mingle with the beef's savory scent, making your kitchen smell incredible and building that mouth-watering base flavor. While the burgers are searing, let's build those layers of flavor. After flipping, top each patty with a slice of cheddar cheese and a generous dollop of your garlic butter mixture, letting it melt and bubble for another 1 to 2 minutes until the cheese is gooey and pulling strings. For a pro tip, cover the skillet briefly with a lid to help the cheese melt evenly without drying out the meat, enhancing that creamy texture. Now, as the garlic butter seeps into the crispy edges, it creates a rich, buttery glaze that's absolutely addictive. If you want a variation, try adding some Worcestershire sauce to the beef for an extra umami kick. Keep the heat steady at medium, around 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius, and watch as the butter foams and the garlic turns golden and fragrant, signaling it's time to pull them off. This step really ties everything together, turning a simple burger into a gourmet delight. For the final touches, remove the burgers from the skillet and let them rest for a minute on a plate to lock in those juices, then season to taste with a pinch more salt and pepper if needed. Toast your hamburger buns in the same skillet for 1 minute until they're warm and slightly crispy, adding another layer of texture. Now, assemble by placing each patty on a bun, topped with melted garlic butter drippings and your optional fixings like fresh lettuce and tomato for a colorful, vibrant finish. The burgers emerge with a glossy sheen, an irresistible aroma of garlic and beef, and that perfect contrast of crispy edges against the juicy center. Plate them up beautifully, and you're ready to serve a meal that looks as amazing as it tastes. Take a bite, and you'll experience the ultimate texture play, that crunchy golden exterior giving way to a tender, juicy interior, with the garlic butter adding layers of savory, buttery richness and a hint of sharpness from the cheese. The flavors meld perfectly, with the beef's meaty depth enhanced by the aromatic garlic and subtle onion notes, making every mouthful feel indulgent and satisfying. For sides, pair these with crispy fries or a fresh salad to balance the richness, and if you have leftovers, store them in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 2 days, reheating gently to keep the crispiness. What makes this special is how easy it is to customize, swap cheeses or add spices for your twist. Trust me, this recipe will become your go-to for quick, crowd-pleasing dinners. I can't wait for you to try this crispy garlic butter smash burger recipe. Head to your kitchen, make it tonight, and let me know in the comments how it turned out. Don't forget to subscribe for more mouth-watering recipes every week, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video on easy pasta dishes.